Hey, trackies, what is going on? Now, I just want to talk about the most recent trending topics. And the biggest one so far is Alana Reid. So let me know who is in the live with me. Sound off in the chat. Let me know who is here. Hey Ryan, what is going on? Hey Anita, thank you so very much for showing up. Good day. All right, trackies. Alana Reed goes pro. Am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised. It's so funny. When I saw the news yesterday, I said to myself, isn't it so interesting that I mentioned it, a few days ago on my live stream, and here we have her going pro. So for all of those, hey guys, for all of those who don't remember me saying this, I'm gonna play a snippet of what I said on the live stream, and I think this was last week, Saturday, I think. So I'm not no, the week before, because last week is the Saturday just gone. So the week before, I'm gonna play the snippet of what I said, and then we're gonna continue this conversation. Yeah. All right, Chuck is. Are you able to see my screen? So I'm just gonna play this little segment. I don't want people to think I'm organist. You see, a lot of times when I say things, way before most content creators on here, say anything, um, I don't hear anybody coming and saying anything, giving me my props, saying, "Hey, T, you call it," whatever, or maybe just a few say anything. So I just want to make sure that you knew how I felt about the situation, prior to this announcement. So the announcement is, Alana Reid has gone pro. She has signed with Actors Management. Is I pronounce? Let me just pull it back up so to know that I ain't pronouncing madness. So yeah, Actors Global Sports has signed her. So, they have stars like Sydney McLaughlin Leveron. But what is interesting about this group that is signed to, it's that it's led by a former athlete, um, former Jamaican standout high school athlete. I don't know if you guys would remember Sekou Clark, but it's founded by him. He's one of the founders. So, she's in great company there. And her coach, Corey Bennett, is set to continue coaching her. I will get into the Corey Bennett tidbit before, after I play my snippet. Well, let me play my snippet. Um, but let me talk about another Jamaican that was in the race that did absolutely fantastic to me, Alana Reid. Matching up against these big guns, and doing it very well. So her final time, I think, was 11:08. Really, really good run. She's putting out a very strong. When you look at how the times that she's been running, they're literally, in the same little gap or same little range. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from Alana. The question in my mind, though, when I think about Alana is, so are we still going to Oregon, or are we, thinking of possibly going pro? Because I don't know if I'd be running on the circuit like this if I wasn't thinking of going to trials to see if I can, make the team. Who knows? Maybe an extra for a relay. You can never really tell. And then as well, quote unquote going pro. Remember, she's our national junior record holder. If Tina could go pro, why can't Alana? No, don't get me wrong. She may have different goals and aspirations, but the mere fact that I see her running against these big guns doesn't tell me that she wants to quote unquote go the traditional route. That's just what I'm thinking. Anyway, track is long story short. In that video, I was saying when did I post it? I think this was my first live back. So it would be week before last Saturday. I said, based on what I'm seeing transpiring with Alana Reid, I do not get the vibe that she, wants to go the quote unquote traditional route. The vibe I'm getting is I want to go pro, and it would make sense. The times that she's running, you can hear me now? Jesus, please tell me still not hear me. Right, the times that she's running, I think y'all can hear me now. So the times that she's running tells me that, let me plug in back this stupid mic. All right, so the times that she's running tells me that she definitely has a say in this whole professional route thing. I mean, we've seen persons with slower times get a deal, so why can't she? So I'm not surprised at all getting this confirmation that she's going pro, and she's signed with Actors Management, Global Sports Management team. So that's really good for her. It shows her intention as well. Um, it's giving me a certain vibe, and I like the kind of vibe. I like the vibe, the type of person that's thinking beyond the sport, or just making her brand bigger than quote unquote just the sport. I like that vibe. I like the vibe that I'm getting from Alana. No, as I said to you before, she is sticking with her coach, Corey Bennett. All right. Now I'm gonna say something, and a lot of you are not going to like it, because when I said it last year, when I never like it, too bad. I'm still gonna say what I have to say. Chuckies, you remember when we did the video? I think I talked about it before, and then I came on with my sister later on and talked about, how Kerika Hill was quote unquote shamed for choosing to go pro. And then the vibe that I get is that all of these media personalities were just on this attack, talking about how, oh, she's doing it to benefit her family and all these things. And I vividly remember an interview on Sportsmax, or the Sportsmax talking about it. And I remember one of them saying, and it just hurt me to the core, saying that, it's not good to go pro for these reasons, to assist your family or whatnot. And then he kind of backtracked and said, well, if you're getting a deal like Serena Williams, sure. And I'm like, that is hypocritical. So why is it okay for Serena Williams at some little young 9-year-old age to go pro, but it's not okay for Kerika Hill to go pro? And I felt like they were attacking her decision with an underlying motive. That was my thought process. I felt like there was an underlying motive in the whole thing. And I'm like, Corey Bennett had come out and said that he would have loved to have some more time working with Alana Reid. Not Alana Reid, sorry, Kerika Hill. And I said to myself, hmm, you know, you never see smoke without fire. The mere fact that the media was behaving like this, and then he's saying that, oh, he would have loved to have some more time with her. Clearly, they're defending, quote unquote, Corey Bennett in this instance, because he wanted to continue coaching her, I guess, within this whole professional road. So the issue wasn't the fact that Kerika went pro. So there were being hypocrites there in my mind. The issue wasn't that she went pro. The issue was that she left Corey Bennett. That was the issue. So fast forward here to Alana Reid. Now that I'm seeing Alana Reid stay with him, I said, aha, that was your intention this whole time. I got you. I caught you red-handed. But again, Corey Bennett was able to get her to run 10:92. I have no issues with her staying with Corey Bennett. Actually, some of you probably think I'm hating on these coaches or whatever. No, I just think that if an athlete makes a decision, along with their guardians or their advisors, to move on, then just allow them to move on. That's my thought process. However, in this instance, Alana Reid has chosen to stay with Corey Bennett, and I have no issues with that. I'm dying to see, what this professional relationship will become at the end of the day, right? But I'm just circling things back to say that, Chucky, you see what they were doing to Kerika? It had an underlying thing behind it. This is what these people will do when you don't choose to roll with them sometimes. That's just my thought process. But anyway, yeah, Kerika Hill going pro, absolutely fantastic. In my mind yesterday when I saw the news, I was actually thinking, well, since we have Tia and Serena over there at MVP, I don't think she'll be going to MVP. I was thinking that she'd probably go the same route as Kerika Hill and head down to Shelly's club. But that's not what she chose. She chose to stay with her coach. So her decision. I'm just hoping that the successes continue, because our eyes are on her now, and certain expectations are now going to be leveled on her, because she's run 10:92. It's hard to escape people expecting great things from her in the future. But I will just say this: time is required. I was listening to an interview with Cherokee, and she was asked, what's the big difference between you going pro now and being a collegiate athlete? And she said the mindset. She said back when she was in college, she knew she was doing it for the team, so she had that kind of motivation to go, oh, I'm pumped up because the team needs me, so I need to go out there and get the points required. However, now that she's pro, she has to motivate herself. She has to tell herself every day, listen, you need this, you want this. There's nobody, there to quote unquote push her, other than people in her personal circle to push her to say, hey girl, you want this, continue doing your training, and so that you can be successful at this, right? So that's a different mindset. So considering that she's now gone pro, obviously there's no Heidel school situation where she needs to do it for her team. She needs to do it for herself. So with all that in mind, track is just give the athlete some time to acclimatize to this whole new setup. And of course, along with it comes a new training regimen as a pro athlete, right? Everything is, I guess, increased. I'm sure it's going to happen incrementally, but still it's going to be an increased workload from a training perspective. So we have to give our athletes some time. And again, they're young, so the coaches will take their time in terms of when they're adding whatever they're adding to their program. So we may not see any results immediately. We may. If we do, wow, amazing. But if we don't rush it. Just allow her to come into her own, and just wait for great things to happen from Alana Reid. I'm really, really excited. As I said, I saw it happening before, based on everything that was transpiring. There's no way she was just gonna go to college to do what? You're already a 1092 athlete. What was Brianna Williams running when she went pro? I don't even think she had dipped below 11 seconds when Brianna had gone pro. I don't remember, but I don't think she had dipped below 11 seconds. So with all of these prior athletes, that you can look to, why would Kerika be sitting down going to Oregon? To do what? Nothing. And the same goes for all of our top athletes. If you're in a position where you can get a lucrative deal, take it. Take it. You don't know how long this track game is going to last. Take the money, invest it, go back to school, whatever you need to do, take it. That's just my opinion. Let me see here. Let me check some of these comments. Yes, Kasif, I called it. Thank you so much. I saw this coming, right? Are you saying Sekou was from went to JC? Do you think it is a good move? I think signing is good, but returning the same coach is a mistake. Okay, I do not fault you for having that opinion. Why? Because again, it's what I pointed out last year with this whole test subject thing or guinea pig thing, with some of these high school coaches starting clubs where they're gonna need some athletes to try out this thing on. And unfortunately, the athletes that come in the earlier stages may be the ones that suffer, and then the ones later on, may after they've now solidified whatever training regimen they've come up with, are the ones that are going to benefit, right? But at the same time, I think it's okay to allow the coach. He got her to 1092. Let him do his thing. Maybe he can get her to go faster, and it won't be a failure. I don't believe in failing people before they even try. So let him try. Let me see what he can do. Let me see what he can do. I mean, I'm all guns in when it comes to our young athletes, of course, and being successful, and I only want the best for them. So I'm praying that it's successful. I don't want nothing bad to go. I don't want nothing to go wrong. Um yeah, I realized that the audio wasn't working. I'm sorry about that. I thought it would work. I'm just gonna have to figure some stuff out. It's Bennett that got her to this stage. So why is it that people think he can't get her further? I bet you the people that have issue with him are the Stephen Francis fans. Francis is the only coach. I don't think it's a necessary, it's a thing about having a problem with him because it's quote unquote, Stephen Francis fans. People just like people that are tried and true and tested. Nobody wants to buy pussy, quote unquote, pussy in a bag, right? So when they're saying, okay, it's good being a high school coach, right? But this is the professional leagues. Do you have what it takes to be able to take her to the next level? This is taking her to the best Jamaica has to offer as a high school athlete, as a junior. Does he have what it takes to take her to the next level as a senior? I think it's fine to have these kind of questions. I don't think there's nothing wrong with questioning that. Because again, everybody's coming. In my opinion, I'm hoping that our trackies here are coming from a good place when they have these questions. I don't think anybody's being malicious, in asking these questions. Is he the right fit? That's a good question, right? But again, as I said, give him his chance. Let us see what happens. Stephen Francis himself asked for 2 to 3 years with Serena Cole and not Serena Cole, with Tia and Tina. Give him the same time maybe he would need longer, considering that I don't know if he trains any other professional athlete, but to me, I don't know. I've never heard of him training any. So maybe he's gonna need even more time, or we could be lucky and things just melt together like this, and everything just runs flawlessly, and we see her next year and the year after that doing fantastic. So again, we have to give him his time. That's my thing. Going pro in tennis is significantly more lucrative. Yes, 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 I understand. But the motive behind going pro was his issue, right? His motive was, do not go pro with the thought process of helping your family or whoever up out of poverty. That was his point. And I'm saying, if you're getting a contract to go pro, regardless of whichever sport it is in, I don't think it's fair to say, oh, just because you're able to make more in this sport than the other one, yes, go pro with the thought process of helping your family. But in this sport, no, you can't go pro with the thought process of helping your family. It's hypocritical to me. If you can go pro as a tennis player, yes, it's more lucrative. Why can't you go pro as a track and field athlete with the same mindset? The mindset being, I'm helping out my family. Nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, that is a great motivation and driving force to be successful in life. Me tired of seeing my family and suffer. Me want to help them. Look how much people have said that. What was that thing that I used to watch on TVJ? I don't watch it anymore. Profile. Have you all ever watched Profile and listened to some of these stories? And the driving force behind some of these success stories? It was all where they were coming from. So there's nothing wrong with having that mindset. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. But again, everybody was harping on, oh, well, she's not making up, so she shouldn't do that. I mean, come on. I pray he does a great job. Me too. I'm praying for it. Have Alana Reid retainer? Yes, he has. Yes, she has. So she'll be working with Corey Bennett. Me not the man. So if she starts and it don't work, then she just move on. Simple. I can't. Why people think they must go to school and don't go pro? The same money can further. That's my point. The same money can further their education. And I'm hearing now that some deals, I don't know how true it is because I've never seen what a professional contract looks like, but I'm hearing that some deals actually include education. So track is, it's not the end of the world, just going pro like that. As long as what is important in going pro is the persons in your circle. Some people, like how you see about they have NJ and them type of people that will push you and push your brand and just launch you. You need those type of people in your circle, right? Even your family. Your family needs to have that kind of mindset. Support you as much as they can. I remember listening to Sherika Jackson when she did her interview, I think on Yendi, and she was talking about the type of support her mother gave her. Whatever she could do, she did. So you need those type of people. And here now, look at the success. Um, let's see what's happening here. Don't think it is what? Don't think it is should be a trial period on Miss Reed. She is too good to be playing with. Again, and I will say, coach, in my opinion, is new to this professional structure. In my opinion, Alana Reed is going to be a guinea pig. Do we have success stories in the initial stages? Yes, I'm sure there are persons that have started stuff and it was for the first time and it was a success for them immediately. I'm praying to God that that's the case, and Alana doesn't fall by the wayside. But as somebody else said, if it doesn't work out, she can always move on. I think Mr. Bennett will do with her. Yeah, I'm hoping that everything works out.